Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where and when you're listening to this. This is Coffee with Kevin. And I am Kevin, and of course, this is my coffee. Mm-mm-mm. Today's coffee cup is take life one cup at a time. Take life one cup at a time. Take life one sip at a time. Take life one step at a time. However you feel, it it is basically saying don't rush in. Don't try to gather everything all at once. Take it slow, one step at a time. Figure out what those steps are and then go for it. That's today. Today is April 16th. Oh my goodness, yesterday was tax day. I think tomorrow is extended tax day or whatever it is. April 17th is a tax day of some sort. Anyway, can you believe it's halfway through April already? Halfway through the fourth month of 2024. Life is moving along, all sorts of things going on. On this day, what's notable about this day, in 1943, scientist Albert Hofmann created and decided to take an experiment with, let me get this name right, lysergic acid diethylamide, otherwise known as LSD. First formal trip on LSD, 1943, April 16th, by this scientist, Albert Hofmann. Also today, I think the other day or a couple of weeks ago, we were talking about the woman who flew around the world in an airplane. And today is actually another woman in 1912. She had the first successful flight across the English Channel. Peter Ustinov, a great actor, more so in my time, was born on this day in 1921. Let's see, anything else notable? Anything else notable? No, I think for now, unless you're interested in finding out about what happened in 1746 or anything in that time frame, I think we'll chill that down now, at least for now. So today, April 16th of 2024, let's bring this all the way back. You know, what's notable in your life? What's been notable and what's going on? I got a lot of people out there. Good morning, Graham. And one AAWWM1, not sure. I think that's a bot. And a couple other bots. So yes, good morning all. So today I wanted to talk about, we had a guest last week and hopefully we'll have more guests coming in. Larry Kamir did a wonderful, excellent job last week. And hopefully, like I said, we're going to have more coming in. But today's quote, I'll put it out there now. The more man meditates upon good thoughts, the better will be his world and the world at large. Let's get that out there now. The more man meditates upon good thoughts, the better will be his world and the world at large. And just, I know you all understand this. This was written a long time ago, and we saw man as man and woman. So you know that when it says man, the more one that meditates on good thoughts, the better will be that person's world and the world at large. Now, we've talked about having positive thoughts many, many times before. Positive thinking is incredible. There's a whole science now called positive psychology. And it's actually rather simple. The more you think about whatever it is you think about, the more you're going to bring it to you, the more it's going to happen for you, the more you're going to act sufficiently for whatever it is. And I said, whatever you're thinking about. We could be in some alternative world where we, for some reason, like negative things. We're not. But if we were, this quote would say, the more one can meditate upon negative thoughts, bad thoughts, the worse their world would be in the world at large. And unfortunately, that's true here. That's true here. Whether it's good thoughts, negative thoughts, it doesn't matter. Whatever you meditate on, and the word meditate is there. The word meditate is there. Yes, law of attraction, Brand. That's exactly right. The word meditate is there, but it doesn't have to be formal meditation. It just has to be the more you think about good thoughts, the better your world will be, because it'll be a lot of good and positive things. And the more you think about negative thoughts, the worse your world will be. And you might say, well, Kevin, I don't have a lot of negative thoughts. Well, let me ask you this. Who out there doesn't worry? And when we worry, what do we worry? What is worry? It's basically we're thinking about things that could go wrong. And basically, those are things we don't want to happen, aren't they? And they're usually not positive things. We don't worry about, oh, God, I hope someone doesn't come to my door with a lot of money. We don't worry about, geez, I hope I don't get offered this fabulous job that I've always wanted. We don't think of, those aren't the things we try to stay away from. We try to stay away from negative things. We try to stay away from the things we just don't want and we don't like. So when you're worrying, when you're thinking about that, those are these negative thoughts. And the more you think about the stuff you don't want, the more you increase the chances of that stuff happening for you in your world. So basically, I'll bring this down to something that's very basic. The more you think about things, doesn't matter, positive or negative, the more you'll have that in your world. So if you had a choice, if you know this and you had a choice, what are you going to choose? Of course, you're going to choose the positive things. You're going to choose the great things. I say to my clients, I say, okay, we can't stop that negative thinking. What we want to do is have more of that positive thinking than the negative thinking. Because once you have more, whatever you think about the most, your subconscious mind, which is kind of like your, let's see, your robot, your servant. How's that? The more you think about something, the more your subconscious mind is going to act to have it come to you. Because it's saying, hey, you must really want this. You're thinking about it a lot. And it doesn't matter whether you're thinking about what you don't want or what you want. It just looks for what you're thinking about a lot. And it says, let me help you. Let me help you get it. And that's how it works. That's how your mind works. So knowing that, you must say, okay, now that I want to think more about the positive stuff. Not easy for everyone. I'll give you a clue. Go to those positive things in your life that has happened. We all have, no matter how bad we may think our life is, we all have positive things in our life, things that we liked that happened to us or for us. Go to those times, as few as they may be, and remember them as clearly as you can. Step into the memories. Associate. That's what we call associate into the memories. Basically looking through your own eyes and seeing what you saw, hearing what you heard, and feeling what you felt. When you can do that, don't worry, be happy. Thank you. And those were wiser words than anyone else could think. When you could do that, get into that memory, those positive memories, you'll start flooding your mind with the positive feelings and the thoughts and the memories. and just go there as much as you possibly can. And you'll start to see more of that coming into your life. Now, the last part of this quote said something that I thought was tremendous, and I didn't talk about this yet. The better your world in the world at large, the better your world in the world at large. What does that mean? You can probably understand the better your world, right? Because you're saying, all right, if I start thinking good, I start thinking positive, you say, my mind is going to start bringing those things to me, start finding occasions, start letting me see the good and the positive. So my world starts to get better. What about the world around me? That's the mystery part. That is actually a little bit of that law of attraction. It's a little bit of quantum mechanics or quantum physics. That's the mystery part. When you start thinking good here and a lot of good here, not only do you bring stuff into your world, you actually start to change the world around you. When I say the world around you, it starts with the people around you. And then it starts with the people around them and the people around them. Mahatma Gandhi, one of my favorite quotes. He says, if you want to change the world, you start with yourself. And it sounds good, but there's really a whole lot to it. A whole lot to it. You change yourself, and when you change yourself, things start changing around you. It's an amazing, amazing thing. And hopefully others will also feel those changes and things start changing around them. And the others around them, things start changing. And before you know it, you're the catalyst. You're the butterfly in the butterfly effect. And if you were to cause a butterfly effect, would you rather cause a positive one or a negative one? I think I know the answer. That has been Coffee with Kevin today. Again, take life one cup at a time. If you have your coffee or you have your tea or whatever it is you're drinking, enjoy that one sip at a time as you start to make your life and the life of others around you much better, one thought at a time. All right, this has been Coffee with Kevin. Until next week, I hope that you have a phenomenal day and a phenomenal week. Matter of fact, I know you will if you want to, because it's in your power to make it as great as you want. Take care, and I will see you next week. Bye-bye.